Charis is a faith-based non-governmental organization that is providing mental health support for individuals, families, and communities in distress. We set up Charis to bridge the mental health gap in Nigeria. We realized that there were enormous gaps in the understanding of what mental health issues are, and therefore the lack of knowledge and the lack of understanding was interfering on the way that people were responding or providing care for people who had mental health challenges.
At Charis, a young man walks in here struggling with drug dependency. He finds it difficult to cope with life. He finds it difficult to cope with academic stresses, and he begins to use drugs. And he finds a counselor in Charis, shares his experience, shares his story. We listen to his story, assess the problem, see what the problem is, and then begin to help him walk through this journey of recovery. We also have family members that are experiencing a lot of problems, and they find it difficult to cope with life stresses, find it difficult to cope with traumatic experiences, and they come to Charis to seek help. And of course, a counselor gives them the basic advice, or sometimes help them through life's choices, help them to look at the choices that are available, and they make those choices. And of course, there's a wow experience sometimes when we get clients that come to Charis, because they end up sharing their testimonials and saying, oh, I never knew I could get help. I never knew, even if help is as much as expensive help is, I could get help for free. I could get people that could support me. I could get people that could listen to me. I could get people that could sit back and hear me share my story without judgment. So Charis provide that platform and experience for individuals who are experiencing mental health problems, individuals who are distressed by life stresses, and individuals or even communities who are finding ways to provide intervention in their communities. Charis provide that platform, and that is why we're here.
Before I got on the street, I was a brilliant student in my secondary school. I got into drugs and lost purpose and meaning to life. Some years down the line, I came down with mental illness. I was rejected by family and friends. I was abandoned and lonely. I lived on the street for over 20 years, eating from the bin and being exposed to danger. Charis picked me up from the street, paid my treatment, and gave me a meaning to life. Currently, I am learning a skill on poultry business. I have been able to connect back to family. I am singing in the choir. I have a roof over my head, and I have a community of friends in Charis who support me in achieving my dreams.
With proper funding, we can prevent exposure to mental health risks in our communities. We will promote the safe and healthy development of our children. With funding, we can provide care and support by way of treatment, by way of counseling, by way of rehabilitation, integration, recovery sessions, support group sessions, for individuals who are coming down with mental health distresses. With funding, we can provide trainings. These trainings will build the capacity of more and more people to respond to mental health issues using evidence-based interventions. With funding, we will research into these issues within our context, thereby contributing to knowledge, to data, eliciting evidence-based responses and impacting on policies. With funding, we will strengthen our community-based intervention via outreaches to the mentally ill and their significant others. We will establish safe spaces in broken communities where community members who are experiencing mental health distresses will find support, they will build resilience and coping mechanisms.